Hi there. This is a true story about a man named Walter. Now, he was born with intellectual disabilities, and so he didn't say much, but one of the few phrases he mastered was, "It's none of your business." And he said it all the time, even if you asked him his age. He spent most of his first 60 years around Paterson, New Jersey, and he was known for his sense of humor. But when his mother died, he became homeless. So a policeman steered him to Catholic Charities group home for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, Murray House. The next year, he became one of the first residents at their Wiegand Farms facility. He grew his hair long to copy the staff, and they gave him a job. He had to fetch the mail. Now, he took this responsibility seriously. He went to the mailbox 20 times a day, rain or shine, every day. On August 17th, 1973, Walt came back from the mailbox, and he was cradling a small package in his arms. It was wrapped in an old army blanket. Inside was a newborn child, just hours old. Now, of course, it made the papers. I mean, a mailbox, a baby. But the authorities would not let Walter keep the baby, and he bonded with it. He didn't ever understand that the baby was going to be adopted and loved and taken care of. So he learned to say, "They took my baby. Where is she?" I mean, he loved her just from those few minutes in his arms. Walt was a senior citizen with long hair who didn't talk much and needed help from others for his disabilities. It was easy to overlook Walt, but he teaches us you never judge a book by its cover. He also teaches us, do your job well, build a good reputation. Of course, if you do your job poorly, you get a different kind of reputation. And Walt did his job well, didn't he? And there's one last lesson. True love is eternal. Walt's love for that baby shines on long after Walt's death. I am Mike for the Be More Better team. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Please comment, like, subscribe if you haven't. But always, always be more better. Body, mind, and spirit. And then be even more better when you share what Walt taught you. And by the way, Murray House is the oldest group home in New Jersey for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. It was founded in 1971, and 4 generations of Murray still remember young Jimmy. And Jefferson Township's Wiegand Farms, named after young Peter. So many people need, but so many people are helping, and you might consider doing so too. And another, by the way, 21 years after Walter found his baby, she returned all grown up. She wanted to thank him. He had passed, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter. He knows exactly where his baby is right now, and he's smiling. And the last, by the way, she came back as an Ivy League student studying medicine. So Walt is not just responsible for saving her life, but all the lives that she is going to touch. And now a shout out to Chris, who runs Wiegand Farm and whose staff knew Walter. Thank you for sharing his story. Walter loved deeply and paid it forward by making so many people smile. I've enjoyed this. Until the next one. Bye now.